Hey, hello leaders, how are you? Welcome to the weekend edition of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. And this is the me recording my podcast. So this is the video version of my podcast that's on iTunes, Stitcher, Alexa Stop, Google, SoundCloud, Spotify, all those other things. So this is the video version of that. You get a little bit of extra in the beginning, a little bit of extra at the end, and this is an uncut, unedited version. So you see all my snafus and my double takes and my bloopers. So here we go. Today's version is wrapping up the week on vision, and it basically is just going to talk about how when you look at your vision, you should see some kind of major changes in the end or towards your vision. You know, your vision should include major changes in yourself and or your situation or your organization. And if you don't, we're going to talk about that. All right, so here we go. I'm hitting record. Hello leaders, and welcome to the weekend edition of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. Well, this whole week we've talked all about vision, so you can get better clarity and purpose, achieve your goals, get more focused on your daily tasks, and simply push yourself to achieve things that you may have only dreamt about. Today we're closing out the week by discussing how your vision changes you and or your situation. So let me ask you, think about this. Even if you're completely happy with where you are in life, most likely you have plans for the future. You have dreams that you haven't lived yet. You have dreams that you haven't, goals that you haven't fulfilled. So these dreams and goals are a part of your vision, and they should bring about some kind of change in you or your situation. So I'm going to challenge you by saying that if you can't see some kind of serious changes in your life and or your organization when you look at your vision, you need to go back to your dreams and dream a bit bigger. Our vision should instill some excitement in us to keep us getting out of bed every single day. Whether it's your personal vision, an organizational vision, or a family vision, it should light a spark in you and motivate you to get going every day. So today I challenge you to sit down and look at your vision. Envision yourself being there. Now ask yourself if you see major changes in yourself and or the situation that's around you. If not, start rewriting your vision today by asking yourself what really drives you, what really motivates you, what really cranks you up and gets you moving, even when you're dead tired at the end of the day. Then incorporate those things into your vision, because ultimately that's going to crank you up. That's going to motivate you. And that's what visions do. Visions motivate you. If your vision doesn't motivate you, man, what's the sense of even having it, right? When you look at your vision, it should be somewhere that, man, you can't wait to get there. You want to get out of the bed so you can start getting there, so you can start achieving your goals, and so you can start living out your dreams. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this week's series on vision, and I hope it made you think a bit about your personal and or organizational vision and or your family vision, like I mentioned before. If you don't have a family vision, that's another thing that I didn't really talk much about this week, but you know what? I challenge you to sit down with your family and come up with a family value that has your values or a family vision that includes your values, your family core values. What are your family core values? That's a whole nother story for another day. Please join us on Monday for a brand new week of leadership challenges. Next week, we're going to discuss retention and or the lack of retention. And we're going to discuss all the good, the bad, the ugly that goes along with lack of retention and how you can start maximizing your retention rate so you can maintain your very best people. Hey, as always, thanks for listening. Have a great rest of your weekend. And until Monday, run to your challenges. All right, so there's the podcast. I'll minimize that to about 2 minutes or less. And you get some little extra here. I just hit 5 minutes on the recording. So, I hope you enjoyed this week on vision, because, man, vision is so important. Whether it's a personal vision, an organizational vision, a family vision, you get a group together or a team, you should have some kind of vision, because a vision is what paints your future. And if you can get everybody on your team or organization or family looking in the same direction, man, you're ahead of the game. That's a game changer. Because if you think about it, most organizations, they have a vision written on the wall, and they might even make their people memorize their vision. But you know what? When it comes right down to it, you ask people what the vision is, they can tell you, they can recite it, but then they have no idea where they fit into that vision. So if you're working on an organizational vision, I challenge you to get a lot of your employees, a lot of your team members together as you paint out a vision. It shouldn't just be a bunch of executives sitting down and writing a vision and saying, this is the vision for our organization, pump it out to the people, because they're not going to know what it means. A vision needs meaning. A vision needs to crank you up, like I said. And I can't wait to dive into next week. I'm actually recording Monday's version right after I hit stop on this. But retention, man, that's a crucial area in today's business world, because a lot of people are just unable to retain their very best people. And a lot of people blame it on the millennials for jumping ship, because they say, the millennials only want to stay somewhere for 3 years and then they want to move on. You know why? It's because you're not challenging them. If you're losing your rock star millennials to another company, it's because they want change, because they're bored. So challenge them. That's where the DISC comes in, and that's where I love working with the DISC. It's a communication tool, and it uncovers who you are, who your people are, and you can assign them to certain areas. Well, I'm getting all off track, so I'm going to let you go. Have a great rest of your weekend, or whenever time you're listening to this, and hope to see you on Monday for a brand new week of Leadership Challenges when we tackle retention. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later.